Well. So what's what is DOGE or whatever you call that thing? Uh, well, you got to learn how DOGE is stopping you from getting your government grants. Well, they're actually there's, they're actually not stopping. They're making it difficult, and it's not everywhere. It's just a lot of places that's happening, and so it's going to discourage people to get the benefits that they're eligible for. I mean, and that's not fair. You know, the rich people, yeah, are going to get every benefit they're eligible for, and not going to let anything stop them. But people with less resources are going to run into some roadblocks that's going to stop them from getting the help that's available to everybody living here. But there are going to be a roadblock or two that you may run into, so it's not definitely everywhere. But that discourages me because I'm trying to educate people that the government does have programs for them that they could use. Everybody could use these programs. And it's important because especially now when we're entering a recession, which looks possible, and there's a lot of financial pain that people, are losing jobs, particularly if you work for the government, man. And what's so funny to me though is that the jobs are not, the government isn't cutting out the money they're giving away. They're cutting out people who know about the government and how to get you the money and things like that. So that's what they're trying. So it may be a little harder for you to get all these benefits that you're eligible for. If you live in this country, you're eligible for these benefits. And they haven't changed the benefits. They've changed the structure in getting out some of these benefits. And that's what, yes, I'm live, Gil. Are you live? Tell me if tell me if you're not alive, okay? No, that's crazy. But it is. I mean, it frustrates me. We have all this hurt that's in our country. People can't, pay their bills. More and more people are going into poverty. More and more people are losing their job. More and more people don't have money to pay for child care. Or the rent even, and things like that. So half of this country doesn't have enough money to pay tomorrow's bills. And that's 50% of the country. And it's amazing to me that we can live in the richest country in the world and have more poverty than any other country in the world. Oh, not any other country, any other developed country. So this is the chart of the percentage of people who live in poverty in the developed countries. That's the rich kid companies. So that's like Spain, Greece, Japan, United Kingdom, Australia, all the rich countries, Germany, all that kind of. So the average is about maybe 9-10%. We're at 17%. We're at 17%. That's number one in poverty. We're number one in poverty. Okay? That doesn't sound like a nice place to live, does it? And it isn't for a lot of people. But what bothers me is we set up programs to stop that people don't know about and how to improve their life. And there's so many programs now, really, for you to get a better job, for you to start your own income and things like that. The help is out there. It's just going to take a little more work than you thought, particularly with DOGE is trying to make it harder for you to use the programs. Because we don't have people to explain them to you and things like that. It's corruption. Whatever it is, it's there. And you're right, we're a declining empire. We're not like it used to be. It's sort of like England, used to rule the world. We all get our chance to rule the world, okay? Not everybody. But you get a chance to do it, you screw it up, you can't. So maybe we'll come back, maybe you can't. But you gotta live with what's there. And you gotta improve your life and the life around you. And you can do that by knowing these programs. Because here, this is a listing of the richest people. The countries with the most millionaires. We have more millionaires than any other country. We have more billionaires than any other country. We have 24 million millionaires, 6 million in China, 3 million in Japan, United Kingdom is 3 million, France is 3 million, Germany is 3 million. Man, we're way ahead of everybody else. We're also way ahead of all those rich countries in poverty. So we have more millionaires and more poverty. How does that happen? Doesn't that seem like an oxymoron? I mean, it wouldn't if our country was not growing. So if our country was not growing, sure, there's people who would hustle more or whatever and maybe become a millionaire, but we still have more people in poverty. But our country is growing. As a country, this is the gross domestic product, from 1979 to present. Look at it, it grew 300%. So it is growing, but who's getting the money? That's what I think is going on. And here's the wealth in our country. Here's how the wealth is. So our country's going, so it's creating wealth. That's what you do when you grow, okay? You create wealth. You have more income, more resources, and things like that. So you're creating wealth as a nation. You're right. It's the top 1%. And here's the top 10% who's created wealth. So in other words, the wealth of the top 10% in the same amount of time, when the country grew 350%, okay, over the last 50 years, okay, the top 10%, look at how much that grew. The bottom 90% didn't grow at all. See? I mean, this to me says it all, right? Our country's growing, but who's growing? The top 10%, and the rest of us aren't getting anywhere. And that's why you have to know about these programs, because it's hard to get by. I mean, your wages are not going up, but inflation's going up. So you have more, let's see, so here's the wages. So here's wages over that time. Okay, the wages last 40, 50 years went up 33%. But inflation went up 300%. Wages went up 30%, inflation went up 300%. Something's wrong there, right? You can't survive. And that's why you have to create more income. You have to use programs that are there to help you fill in the gap. That's what a lot of programs are for. Hi, I'm new here. Hi, Jekka. Happy to be here. Well, I'm happy you're here. What we do here is I go over some of my ideas. And don't forget, every day on Let's Go Help, we have 3 to 4 hours, sometimes even more, of members that help members, where you get one-on-one help to find about these programs. That's what we do at Let's Go Help. We're trying to show people the programs that will help you get out of this. See, you have the top 10% getting the fruits of America, right? And the bottom 90% going nowhere. I mean, that's not a growth incentive, is it? And so you have even like wages. So the wage growth for the top 1% and the bottom 90%. See, so they're getting the assets, the net worth, the money in the bank, the houses, things like that. The top 10%. Nobody else gets much. And wages, the top 10%, 1%, nobody else gets much. So that's what what are you going to do? Well, voting probably helps, but I think what helps now is finding out programs that will help you change that. There's two ways to use what's in our society to change that structure that you're fighting. You're fighting uphill. 90% of us are pushing Sisyphus up the hill. You have to change that. One way is to, first of all, get out of debt. Get rid of that debt. Everybody probably has credit card debt. Everybody's living off of credit cards. That means the credit card people are making tons of money. They want you to be in debt. Why? Because you're paying the 20, 30% interest on your credit card bill. A bank only charges you like 10%, 5%. But credit cards could charge you 20, 30% interest. So they love lending you money. They love creating, you having credit cards and not paying them off. So they could charge you that money. So it's legal, a legal stick-up. But start learning what you can use in our society that's legal to get out of that mess. One is by using current programs to get out of it. One, definitely you have credit card debt, you want to get free help with credit card debt. Never go to Google. I mean, Google has its good points, okay? If you know exactly what you need, then you know the name of the person, you use Google. Otherwise, Google is a place that's gonna suck money out of you. I hate to say, but that's what happens. It's there to get money from you, okay? So that means if you have debt problems, you're gonna go to Google and put in debt repair or something, and you'll find 200 million websites in Google that are there to help you with debt repair. They're making money off of you, though. They're making money off of you. That's how they make money. Yeah, it's going to cost you. They say it won't, but it will, because either they're going to get money that you don't. They're going to get money in their pocket, from the credit card people that you didn't have to give to them. So that's what you have to stay away from them. My credit card charged me 29%. Wow, Gil, got to get out of that. Anybody. How do you do that? If you're a member, you go over to Unlock My Goals in the membership area. And there's only one area, it's all membership. So to go to Let's Go Help, our platform for memberships, members, does a ChatGPT work well? Yes, I like it. I use it a lot. But first, don't use that. First, Gil, make an appointment with somebody to help you with that credit card bill. Okay, if you're a member, you go over to Unlock My Goals, and there's 6 or 7 topics there. One of them is getting out of debt. Okay, so you click on that and follow those instructions. There's people there. We give you the phone numbers of who to call. Okay, to make an appointment with free financial counselors. These are not people in Google. They may be in Google, but you have to search through 200 million people to find them, and you never will. So you want to make an appointment. Tammy has it here for members. I am a member. Which one? We only have one, Gil. You're on it. Everything is right here in front of you. So you want to do that. Now, if you're watching me and you're not a member, you download this website, okay? And this is free. You don't have to pay me any money or anybody me. You don't even have to give me an email. I'm not going to pester you. I'm not going to email you again because I'm not going to collect an email. I'm going to give you 500 programs in your state. I'm going to give you 500 programs in your state. You live in Pennsylvania, you'll download this report, and there will be 500 programs that you could start applying to today that you will never find in Google. Do you hear that? 500 programs you can apply to today that you'll never find in Google. And members, you have all this too. We have it on the side over there under the under state by state or region. I forget what the hell we call it. This is way above my pay grade. But here is the, for non-members, I want you to know, because you need it probably even more, because you can't pay us $20, then you need this. You need this more. And so you want to go to Tiny, TinyURL.com/Let'sGo500. Okay, so you want to go to this website. I'm giving it for free because I'm such a good human. Fuck no, it feels good. I love giving away things for free. And Tiny URL, do you see that straight up, or is it in the mirror, looking at this thing in the mirror? Okay, please go to there, because then that will help you get out of all the mess you're in, all the mess that the unfair economic situation get you in, the unfair regulations that got you there. And especially with DOGE now, that's treating you less fairly, because there are programs there now that give an average of $18,000 per person. But now what DOGE is doing is they're keeping it more of a secret because they're cutting out the people tell you about them. So you have to work harder to do. And that's what I'm trying to do, is show you where it is, so you don't have to worry about them not showing you, okay? Wondering if there are any mentors you can point me to in the direction of. Yes, I'm just new to all this, and this is trying to take a dent in the vault door using a stuffed toy, isn't he? Right, Jerry? Yeah, but it's what you want mentors for. If it's getting out of debt, go over that report, Jerry, on unlock your goals, and on there's a step-by-step, and the first one is to call the free mentors. Most of all the stuff is calling a free mentor. So you got it right. You have to get a mentor to this because it's so confusing. You can't, do it. You can't. That's why Google is bad. Google, you put in, pay your bills or debt or something, you get 200 million people. Well, what the fuck are you gonna do with that? You're dead. No, don't go to Google. Because they're trying to get money from you, and they know how to do it. And they'll get money from you because you don't have an option. It's either drown yourself in 200 million websites or give somebody money. They're your options, and they're bad options, okay? You don't even have to pay me. So you go to tinyurl.com/letsgo500, download that report for your state. If you're a member, then go over to unlock my goals. That's a tab on the left-hand side, and you click on, getting out of debt, and start making appointments. And again, it's not only one appointment, you should make 2, 3 appointments. Everybody has different skills. Everybody has different ways to solve a problem. You want to know them all, because some may work, some may not. So that's why you have to know them all. And one person doesn't know. And don't forget, we all have bias, and stuff like that. So you don't have to do that. But if you're a member, and if you want to be a member, it's letsgohelp.com, LESKOHELP.com. Letsgohelp.com, and it's unlimited personal help to apply to every government program there is in the world. And how many are there? Hundreds of thousands. And that's why it's separate in every state. So that's why even for non-members, you could get a copy of 500 programs in your state, okay? 500 programs in your state. Every state is there. That's where you get 500 programs. Why should I have forgotten that? tinyurl.com/letsgo500. tinyurl.com/letsgo500. Okay, if you could afford us, now we're really expensive. Real expensive. Okay, you find us at letsgohelp.com. Now here, you're gonna have to get a loan to do this. This is $20 we're gonna charge you. And we'll never charge you more. It's only $20 for unlimited help. And why can we do that? I didn't think we'd ever be able to do that. But I wanted to have a place where people, I used to charge thousands of dollars because rich people will pay thousands of this. Wondering where, okay, yes, we talked to you about you, Jerry, how to get that. I am determined to help myself and my family this time and pay for 6 months, but honestly, as a single white female that doesn't qualify for food stamp, 10-year resident of Washington State, retired licensed cosmetologist, needed a new career, but honestly, having a hell of a time finding. Okay, Jacob, okay, just start on the career thing. Okay, here's what you do right now. What's your zip code? Your zip code, okay, 98311. Tammy, if you're around, get the career thing for her. But let me show her all the help that's available. There is so much help for you to start a new career. And that's, to me, the way to get out of the financial problems, is getting training you need to get a career that will pay more. And there's a lot of training money for you to do that. Why don't you be an electrician? I just wrote a program. They're dying, or even women electricians. You know, I mean, they train you even for a couple months, and you could start training. You get paid like $40,000 or more a year, and then when you finish the training, you get a $100,000 a year job. Now that is pretty good. No degree. See, there's so many programs now and professions that do not require a degree. Okay, now get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready for this. Jekka, you ready? Ready? Okay, here's the link. Now let me check that number again. I'm gonna check that number again. 142 sources that will train you for high-paying jobs for free. 100. And a lot of these programs, what they do is they pay you while you learn, okay? One of the key words, which is good in this area, is apprenticeship. Apprenticeship programs, okay? And a lot of them, I can't spell for beans, so bear with me. Find them out about career. Okay, apprenticeship program. Okay, that list. Hi, from Ray and Cindy. I am 73 today. I'm looking for knowledge. This is where I can go in, where to go in Nevada. So you live in Nevada. Okay, Ray. Here today. Well, in 2 more days, I'm going to be 82. How do you like that, Ray? So both Tauruses. Okay, let's make sure, Jekka, please start getting on the phone and calling people. Please start by calling careeronestop.org, making an appointment, and ask them about apprenticeship programs. Please get to see that list of 142 job training programs I just put there, and start calling them. Even if you don't know if they're good or bad, that doesn't matter. Start talking to those people, because they're in the business of helping people like you get better jobs. Maybe you don't qualify for their program, but they're gonna know other programs that will help you qualify. I promise I went to that. Oh, I promise I have went to. Oh, you already went to Find Help or Career One Stop? I mean, just going into a site, you probably have to make a dozen or 2 calls, maybe 2 dozen calls. That's the way you find things. So that's right, all those people, the 142 people there, you have to start calling as many as you can to get ideas on where you should go, because the real good stuff isn't obvious in the internet. The real good stuff is picking the brains of people who are working on that project, and they work on that every day. All those people, that 142 people, work on that problem every day and solve problems for people like you every day. That's what you have to tap into, and that's where it is. And we live in a country that all these people are theoretically available to you for free. They work for nonprofit organizations. They work for government offices. That means they're government services. Happy early birthday too. Thank you, Jay. I don't even know. I mean, first of all, I didn't realize that being 82 would be this much fucking fun. I am just so embarrassed how much fun it is to be 82. I would never believed it. Anybody told me this 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, or 30 years ago, 40 years ago. See, most of you people probably less than half my age. Well, I'm telling you here, it gets better. I guess if you make it that far. My sister's birthday was on May 6th. Oh, she is a Taurus too. Hey, Benny. I feel the same way about it. Yeah, isn't it right? It's just true. If some people, verbal communication, speech impediments, and written communication, well, whatever works for you, right? People are mostly, yeah, I mean, if it makes chatting or texting or whatever, you got to use what you got, and that's important. But check up, please, it will. there's so much help for you. I mean, that's what I can't get over. I know there's help for everybody out there. It just takes a pain in the ass to do it, you know. And what bothers me about this administration, they're making you harder to find the help that you need. But it's always something. So that's right. To me, the key to life is resilience. Man, I've written 100 books and only 10 made money. That's right, 100, and only 10 made money. So I know, and this is something I do for a living every day, and I'm wrong 90% of the time. So that's why you just have to just count on being wrong. Don't count on being right. That's why I'm here, and so grateful. Jack, just if we can take and love someone somewhere to help them do what they want to do. That's what I think love is. Loving is helping someone else do what they want to do. Love is, I used to think, yeah, well, I was trying to get everybody to do what I think they should do. And I grew up in a family like that too. We all told each other how to live their lives. Fuck, nobody knows what to do with their life. We're all guessing, nobody knows. So that's why love, Jacka, it is me helping you do what you want to do and doing as much as I can to help you do what you want to do. Just checked. Looks like the SBA logo. Oh, it is? Oh, great, Jerry. Oh, I was counting that off. Actually, you know what was interesting, I started using ChatGPT instead, and I was getting much better results. Oh, God. 895. Oh, well, good guy. Okay, oh, wonderful. Okay, so, let's be can we go? Well, it was not bad. Doesn't look as good. You don't have a filter for how far to look. Yeah. I'm looking here. Yeah, you used to be able to put how many filters? I mean, how many within your area? How close? You know, to put the yeah, that's not as good as it used to be. But let me show you something. What I do. Okay, let's say you want to say you just put in a zip code, and you can't put exploring assistance, counseling and training, federal contract. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it doesn't say how far, so I wonder how good. Yeah, I don't think that's not the database they used to have. Yeah, so these are only directly supported SBDCs, or Small Business Administration. Let me show you ChatGPT, ChatGPT.com. Okay, if you go to chatgpt.com, and who wants to start a business? Give me a, Jerry. Yeah, see, that's a problem there. Are you in, give me your zip code. Oh, where in Tennessee are you? Where in Tennessee? Tennessee. Okay, but what city is that? Memphis, good enough? Okay. Give me a, show me 50 nonprofit and government, nonprofit organization and government offices that provide money, M-O-N-E-Y, I don't know how to spell, money and help to start or expand a business in Tennessee. Okay, include website. Okay, so I'm at ChatGPT, and you could use the free version. Show me 50 nonprofit organizations and government offices that provide money and help to start or expand a business in Tennessee. Include websites. Okay, I'm gonna chat this, and I'll put a copy of the link when it finishes. See how it's good. Because I know most of these organizations, I could tell if there's junk. Oh, first of all, see, none of these programs will ever show. You go to Google, you're going to find people there after you do the search that want to charge you money. None of these people will ever charge you money. They're all people. Oh, yeah, see, none of these are there. Oh, yeah, see, oh my God, look at this stuff. Free business consulting and training, supports growth of disadvantaged business enterprises. Yeah, so there's a special office, mentors, free, that helps disadvantaged entrepreneurs. That means you can't hit a fastball, I guess. Look at, okay. Nonprofits, Launch Tennessee, supports entrepreneurs with funding, resources, and mentorships. Pathway Lending, provides loans and educational services for small businesses. Lift Tennessee, small business loans and support. Seedco, a workforce development and small business support on entrepreneurs in Knoxville. Company Lab supports startups and programs and research. Regional economics. Oh yes, regional stuff is a gold mine, people. Specialized support is, oh man, see, this is better than the SBA will have. Educationalists, wow, we're up to 42 already. Tennessee Valley. See, now the real pain in the ass, though, comes from calling as many, that may be 50 calls. I mean, that's worth it. You have nothing better to do with your life than to make those 50 calls, because all those 50 calls are a possibility of changing your life. You sitting and watching your computer screen does not. That does not change your life. You think it might. Okay, here it is, Jerry. Let's see, did I do it the right way? For some reason. Okay, now put the share. Create link, okay. Now we go over here, and we get there. Okay, so here are 50. So you see when you went to, if you are seeing my text, IDK, what does that mean? Jerry, what does IDK mean? You're talking to an old fucking illiterate idiot here. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I see. Oh, Roger, see. Thanks, I got an old guy to help me. Doesn't laugh at me. Oh, that's great. Chattanooga. Yes, okay. Well, most of these seem like mostly state, okay? So you're safe. So there's 50 right there. And you could probably, and actually when I do that, then I say, give me 20 more. Give me 20 more. Come on. I bet you can't give me 20 more. And they do. I mean, AI is wonderful. Want to apply for business funding to donate money to organizations. Fund business monthly grants for rent. I want to apply for business funding to donate money to organizations. Well, that's a nonprofit. I don't think that's a business. If you're giving money away, you want to raise money to give money away, that would be a nonprofit. I mean, you can do it as a business, I guess. But where would you get the money? See, but car rent repair, yes, grants for that's certainly needed. Yep, wasn't sure if you were seeing my text. Yeah, Jerry. Yeah, no, I got it all. Yeah, David, I would be, no, don't forget, you could go to findhelp.org and put in car repair, and you'll see 40 or 50 organizations in every zip code that provide free help. I'm just thinking about where you would raise money for that. Because a business means you're making money. So if you're raising money, that's not making money, that's funding, but if you're making income, you know what I mean? I'm getting confused on how to do that. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just thinking an easier way to do it. What I would do is sit down with somebody, go to that, go to the local SBA office, and they have the mentors there. But, oh, that's so bad they got rid of that other database. It was a great database. They're just cutting down on everything. And see what I mean? They're making it harder. Can I fund your monthly grant? Can I fund your... Sure, you could fund anything. All right. But you have to create money. Now, how do you raise the money? Where would you get the money for that? That's why I mean, think it through. Go to America's. Go here, americassbdc.org. Where am I getting a phone? America's SBDC, and make an appointment with somebody to go get through that with you to help you think through it. You need somebody to help you think through that, how the best way to do that, and then start charging away. That's the way to do it. Okay. Any other questions from members? Members everywhere and not a drop to drink. Are banks required to offer ADA protected customers? American Disability Act. I would think ADA is allow not to give you a discount on the selling money to you, but on you being able to get into the bank to do the money, to borrow the money. Monthly recurring bank from the United States Treasury is a deposit from the highest credit quality depositor, which means banks do not need to reserve requirement. Okay, don't know what all that means, David. Are banks required to offer ADA protected customers the same interest rate? Don't know. I mean, banks aren't there to solve the disability program. Just check, it looks like the SBA local assistance. Yeah, Jerry, boy, that would have been nice. We had those back. But that's it. We got to make do. Maybe I could do that. Well, that's important. I mean, that's why all those programs are there, and that's why AI is wonderful. Now, but I'm worried about AI. Soon, people will learn how to make money using it, and they'll start advertising. Then it's over. Then it's going to be Google again. Jerry, wasn't yours? Okay. Can I find you one? America, greeting from Memphis. Glad to join this group. Thanks, Alicia. Looking forward to all the good info. Jekka, I was watching you on my laptop on Let's Go too, but I can't find the Mighty app on Microsoft. Well, what do you mean on Microsoft? There's a phone app. If you're on your laptop, then you go to Let's Go Help 2. No, it's a URL if you're on a laptop. Let's Go, is there a school that can help me learn all the new AI in Texas? Yes, not all, but yes. In addition to YouTube, Let's Go on to broadcast on the radio. I do podcast interviews. Go to Let's Go Help.com and join there. Check it out. Yeah, we'll send you a link to get in on your laptop that Roger sent to you. Okay, I got to do a podcast soon, guys. Thank you for being there, and thank you for letting me love you as hard as I can. We have to be encouraged to love each other, because it doesn't come easily sometimes, because we all feel somebody's going to take advantage of us. And You know, it's too bad because that closes your heart when you feel you'll be taken advantage of. And people are gonna take advantage of you no matter what the fuck you do. So you just eat it and keep going, because otherwise you close up and you can't grow. Catch you on the flip side. Yes, Roger? Nice to chat with you the other day. Are you a guest on other people? Yes, yes. I do that to educate people. Katia! It's like great hair. I'm really into hair, you notice that. Okay. Talk to you soon, guys. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. You've made my life, like I say, more fun than I'd ever thought it would be. Jacka, now let's follow your success, okay? And let me know what you need. Thank you so much. Food equals love, yes, let's go eat.